Maybe there's not much gas in it. That'd be good. I was kind of thinking it might have been nearly full. That little O-ring right there, if it gets a split in it, I've had it happen twice. It stops sucking up fuel good. I found that if you're a few miles from home, you can pull the choke out. Usually get home, and I usually know what to look for when that happens. Well, I expected that to be way worse. I thought there might be syrup in there. At least it's still liquid, right? I think the gas tank was pretty much empty. This might not be as bad as I thought. I hope Colton's motorcycle's sitting there empty too. Anyway, that accelerator pump is shot. I think I'm gonna order a carburetor kit for this and see if I can get the front brake pumped up. I'm hoping the battery will charge up. It's been sitting inside, it's never been froze or anything, but in the past I haven't had very good luck with motorcycle batteries, so I don't have too much hope for it. But we'll get a charger on it anyway, see what happens. Gonna see if I can make a paper pattern here for the rear motor mounts today. I Googled a picture of them and I know approximately what they're supposed to look like. I'm gonna hold this piece of paper up here and rub a pencil over the holes so I can get my hole location. There's 4 holes here, 2 in the frame, 2 in the motor, and go from there. Needs to be thinner down this side. think that pretty well gets it, guys. I think I could cut that out and make that up. Let's go trace this on a piece of metal. I need to make up 2 of these. I think we cut out one of them, get it to fit just the way we want. Might be some grinding, and after we get one of them fitting, then we'll trace it out and make another one just like it, then grind them together to get them just right. That's where I'm at right now. Got my motor mount brackets made up. Them turned out really nice. The motor's just about bolted in here securely now. Got the front bolt in and the bottom one, and these ones back here aren't tight yet, but I do have both halves fitted. Yeah, those are gonna work just fine. I mounted 2 coils back here behind the oil tank temporarily. I kind of like that location though. That might be a permanent location. I just got to make better mounts for them. I've just got some of that plumber strap wrapped around them for right now. And then I'm thinking maybe the voltage regulator can just mount here at the bottom, right to the bottom of the fender. And we just got to get a key switch in here somewhere. I'm either going to have to weld a tab on here to hold it, or if I don't put it down here, I could possibly, if it was small enough, put it in the headlight bucket, which would be all right. The more I look at this frame, I'm seeing that it never was used. It's like somebody bought this frame and back fender, not realizing that there was going to be welding to do, and they've taken and had it painted, because all of the welds have been smoothed over with filler, and that looks like automotive paint. I would say they probably took it somewhere and had it done, or maybe they'd done it themselves, but I'm thinking at one time that was a pretty good paint job. But here's a big red flag right here. The fender needs notched out right here for the chain. If you put a chain on it right now, it can't get past the fender. And there's no kind of foot pegs or control mounts of any kind. So I think somebody probably bought this stuff not knowing what they were doing and kind of got ahead of themselves. But anyway, I got these coils mounted and I got the motor mounted, so I think tomorrow I'm going to try to start this engine. I'd like to hear it run. Rinsed this oil tank out with a little gasoline. Got the oil screen out of it, nice and clean. I think I'm ready to put that back in. That'll be our supply side to the oil pump. One of these is going to be the return line. One of them is going to be a vent. Both of these have standpipes on them. They exit to the top, so the return oil's dumping out into the top of the tank. And this one here, seeing as how it comes up on the higher side of the tank, I'm thinking this one should probably be the vent and this one should be the return. I can't really look in there and see how they exit. As long as I know this is a supply, I'll just hook them up one way, and if I see a problem, I'll swap them for the vent and the return. But as long as we've got the supply hooked up right, we shouldn't be starving any oil. So I think this oil tank's good and clean and ready to mount. So I'm going to get this bolted in the frame. See if I can run a wire to them coils. I got that bracket all bolted up. The motor is completely in there and tight now. There's a better view of it with the oil tank out. But yeah, that turned out real nice. Looks pretty factory, really. So anyway, I think I'm going to put the oil tank in now. I got the carburetors bolted down tight on all the way. All right, guys. I got 2 coils mounted up back here. And I just tested them. I'll figure out a way to show you here. Got 12 volts on that one. Got 12 volts on that one. So I could only find one spark plug wire long enough. I don't have this side hooked up. However, I do have a plug wire on this side. So I think I'm gonna pull that plug and kick it over and see if I got spark, see if the points are working or not. I went ahead and poured a little oil in the oil tank. I don't have much in there. I put like half a quart in, but at least it shouldn't be dry. I should have oil in the oil pump sump to kick it over. Got the return and supply line hooked up there, but I don't have the right fitting to get up to the head. I put a compression on there, but the thread pitch isn't quite right. It's going to strip going on there. So I'm not sure what to do about that yet. I need to find the right nut for that. I don't think it was firing every time, but I did see a spark there at one point. Let's just screw this in by hand. Spray a little carb cleaner in one side of it and see if it'll make any BSA noises, at least half BSA noises, maybe. Without having this oil line hooked up, it's going to spray oil everywhere, even if it starts for a second. I just pointed this out this direction, laid a hammer on it. But I just want to see if it'll make any motor sounds. Try it over here. I need to get both spark plug wires on there and probably clean these points. Hook up a gas tank. Anyway, it's worth a shot. We're getting closer. I had left this valve cover off. I knew I was gonna have to put a gasket on it. I thought I'll leave it loose for now so I can check the rocker boxes, make sure everything's oiling. Put it on after that first startup, you know. And then Dan comes over the other day and he looks at this and he says, "Hey, will that lift up far enough to come off there?" It's like, no, it won't. I don't know if a guy could screw these studs out and maybe have enough to, you wouldn't think you would have to take the motor out every time you wanted to adjust the valves, you know. I didn't notice that until Dan said something. I was having a good day. It's like, why would you say something mean to me like that? Ruined my day, you know. But that definitely will not come off there by lifting it up with the studs in it. So we'll try taking the studs out and hopefully it will. Anyway, this might be as far as I get with this today. Hey guys, it's 7:30 Wednesday morning. Just up having a cup of coffee, and this isn't my dog. Lots of pine trees around me. I just woke up 900 miles south in Lamora, Louisiana. My mom wanted to come here, so we volunteered to bring her. This is my niece's place. She's getting ready to have a baby in August, and Mom wanted to come down here and live with her for a few months and stay with her. So me and Carol volunteered to bring her down here. A little vacation, I guess. I gotta tell you, it's a long drive from Mequon, Illinois to Lamora, Louisiana. But my stepdad's brother lives down here, and I haven't seen him for a very long time. Him and I were pretty good friends, and I'd like to catch up with him and get to see Jerry before I head back home. It's been a long time. Be nice to see him, you know. And get home. I got some field line for the BSA, and if I can find one more spark plug wire, I think I can start it. So anyway, I'll let you guys know what happened. In the meantime, I'm gonna have another cup of coffee. Hey guys, good to be home. That's a long drive. Used to do that more often when I was young, going down there to see family and stuff. And it was 912 miles from their door to mine, according to the GPS. I remember one time, rode down there on a bench seat in about a 64 or 5 Ford 1-ton dually with a dump box on it, and I was sitting in the middle. I couldn't hardly do it now in a 2015 Ford Explorer. You can't get too much more comfortable than that. Body's getting too old for them long rides. I told the wife, I said, I think that's the last time I'm doing that. Sure was good to be home. We come through St. Louis. It was about 10 o'clock at night. You know, figure, well, maybe the traffic will be a little lighter. But, you know, if you don't know where you're going, it's kind of hard to navigate at night. Well, it started raining real hard, real bad. And the lines on the road are all wore off. They're not reflecting, you know, so like the division between the lanes was dark, and it's raining hard. I'm driving, we're just entering St. Louis. A car merges off on my right-hand side. It merges into the road, and it's coming about 60 miles an hour and just about wipes out my passenger door. I can't get over because there's cars in the other lane. So I pretty well come to a stop right in the middle of Interstate 55, and this car is able to get in front of me. So avoided that. I found the next exit, and I pulled over. And I told Carol, I said, I don't know if I can see good enough to get us through here. Well, we switched over and she drove, but trouble is she can't see either. And I tell you what, I was never so happy to cross that bridge in Illinois, and made it home safely, so that's good. I got home, I finished putting another spark plug wire on the BSA, and I got the gas lines all hooked up, and I would notice I'd have a real weak spark on one side once in a while. Didn't have any spark on the other side. And at first I kept trying to clean the points. I figured they were just glazed over. After cleaning on them, I thought maybe I better drag out a multimeter and see what's really going on here, because they should be clean by now. I realized the points were doing what they were supposed to. I got to checking the coil, and the secondary windings are bad on both of them. One of them's reading real low, and the other one don't have nothing at all. It's dead. So I'm gonna have to find 2 more coils before I can start that. But I think that's about as far as I'm gonna get with it in this video. And if I can come up with some coils in the next week, maybe we'll hear this run. I think everything else is ready. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching. And oh, I got a speeding ticket in Louisiana. There's 4-lane highways everywhere with access roads, and you'd be going down these highways, and for no rhyme or reason that I can see, the speeds just keep changing. 1 minute it'll be 65, next thing you know it's 60, and then it might go clear down to 55 or 50, and there's no warning when that happens. I'm going along doing about 60, 65, and come to find out I'm in a 50, and anywhere these speed changes happen, there's just cops sitting everywhere. Hell, I bet there's a cop every 2 miles. I got to thinking, you know, how Illinois overcharges everybody with property taxes to, you know, fund the state. I think Louisiana probably does it with them damn speed traps. But anyway, I got a ticket. That's another reason I don't want to ever go back. But I like it here, you know. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me today. I'm still tired. Long ride for me. Anyway, we'll try to gather some parts in the next week or so and continue on with this BSA. I think it ought to be close to starting. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for following along. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those things. We'll catch you on the next one. Later, Jeremy.